Hey everybody, and welcome to a brand new edition of May the Force Be With Who. And this is going to be my review of Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. Savvy. I know a lot of people out there, especially in like the online media and people that do movie reviews and stuff, and even people that I know personally were kind of like, why are we getting another Pirates movie? And the last few Pirates movies have sucked. So do we really need another Pirates of the Caribbean movie? And the answer is, well, we may not have needed it, but it was probably the best one we've had since the first one. Now, I think we can all agree that on The Curse of the Black Pearl has been the best of the Pirate series, and then it's kind of had a downhill trajectory since then. It got a little better with On Stranger Tides, but I gotta say that after I went and saw Dead Man's Tale yesterday, or Dead Men Tell No Tales yesterday, that it's probably been the most fun I've had at a Pirates movie since the original. And believe me, I went kicking and screaming in 2003 to go see Pirates of the Caribbean. Actually, a friend of mine I was trying to convince to go see, believe it or not, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and he was like, nah dude, let's go see Pirates. And well, we can all see how that turned out. But yeah, it's a fun time. It's not going to win any awards, or it's not going to, it almost feels like it's a kind of a rehash in some places. We start out with, basically, we've got Henry Turner, played by Brenton Thwaites, I believe is how you pronounce the kid's name. He's basically the son of Will Turner and Elizabeth Swann, and his basic motivation is he wants to break the curse of the Flying Dutchman on his father, Will Turner. And if you remember in the first one, Will's kind of big motivation besides getting Elizabeth was wanting to break the curse of the Flying Dutchman on his father. So we're kind of treading over a little bit of familiar ground, and basically he ends up crossing paths with everybody's favorite rogue pirate, Captain Jack Sparrow. Where's the rum gone? Anyway, so Johnny Depp is basically Johnny Depp, and he does a great job being Captain Jack. I mean, the guy was nominated for an Oscar for the part, for God's sake. One of my main kind of gripes, it's not a major gripe, but it's a little gripe, is that I wish that, kind of harkening back to the first Pirates, like especially in the sword fight early on that he had with Will Turner, you know, when Captain Jack needed to be a badass, Captain Jack could be a badass, whereas as the films have progressed, everything is kind of, well, through kind of dumbass luck that he gets in and out of scrapes, or, you know, kind of goofy, and that kind of continues a little bit. There's a couple of times where he kind of threatens Henry, and there's a little bit of menace, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. But for the most part, it's still the lovable rum-drinking rogue, and he's kind of fallen on some hard times. I have to say that the action pieces in this film, especially in the first half of the movie, are really good. The bank robbery scene as well as the execution scene are two very good action set pieces, and, you know, they're very enjoyable. Now, the female interest in the film, her name is Karina. She is she's accused of being a witch by the town folk early on, and she is a I know it's not cosmetologist, that's the wrong thing to say, but she studies the stars, and she's trying to, you know, everybody involved in this caper is trying to find Poseidon's trident, because Poseidon's trident is the only thing that can break every curse in the ocean. So she's trying to find the trident of Poseidon. Henry Turner's trying to find the Poseidon's trident. I need to buy a vowel. Haha. So he can break the curse for his father. Jack, basically, I don't even really know that he's wanting to get the trident. He's just kind of pulled into the adventure. We have Javier Bardem playing Captain Salazar, who has, you know, he is cursed because of the Devil's Triangle, and we get a cool little, and I know you've seen, this is not a spoiler because it's in some of the marketing campaign and some of the trailers, where you're seeing the de-aged Johnny Depp, kind of like we've seen in Civil War with Robert Downey Jr., and we also saw an Ant-Man with Michael Douglas, and recently with Kurt Russell in Guardians of the Galaxy, where they used the CGI to de-age him. And it looks pretty cool, and we kind of get to see how Captain Jack gets his compass that doesn't work or only points to the one thing that you really want in life. I wonder what that is. But there's some nice little story gaps that we've had from over the past few movies that get filled in. Gotta give a shout out to Jeffrey Rush returning as Barbossa. He's probably one of the the strongest characters throughout the series, and he's back again, and he makes his own deal and gets drawn into the whole thing. And there's a great little kind of a plot twist towards the end of the movie involving Barbossa that I'm not going to give away, but it's kind of all right. The monkey's back. The two guards from the very beginning of Curse of the Black Pearl that end up becoming pirates, they're back. Kevin McNally is back as Mr. Gibbs. Marty, the little midget pirate, is back. A lot of familiar faces. Mr. Cotton and the parrot, unfortunately, weren't back, but it's an enjoyable movie. It's not going to win any awards. It's not the greatest thing in the world, and it's definitely not going to top the Curse of the Black Pearl, but considering where we were with at World's End, and I didn't mind it on Stranger Tides, but this was better. Now, do we need any more? Probably not. I think we're at a good place to kind of stop making pirate movies, but if this makes a buttload of money, they'll probably make another one. But the main thing is, should you go see this movie? Is it worth your time? Yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm going to give it basically, I want to say 7, but it feels like I give everything a 7. So I'm going to go 6.5, just to be different. Savvy, go see Pirates of the Caribbean. It's not bad. Yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up. I think that's pretty much everything I need to cover. Oh, the CG, the ghost sharks. That shit was really cool. Ghost sharks, the bank robbery, the execution scene. There are great effects in that. Javier Bardem does pretty good. He's pretty menacing as Captain Salazar. He's not in it as much as you think he would be in it, and his the rest of his ghost crew, they're not really in it as much as you think they are. Yeah, I think I've about covered everything. And if everybody knows, this past Thursday was the 40th anniversary of Star Wars A New Hope coming out in theaters, so hope you did something for Star Wars, watched the original trilogy, bought merchandise, whatever. On personal note, we'll be waiting till next week for the conclusion of this big storyline going on in Doctor Who with the Doctor being blinded, so I guess it's going to be another 4-episode review coming. Another personal note, the band has got 2 shows coming this weekend. We're going to be playing at the Dugout on Friday, June 2nd. And then we're going to be playing at Fairview Tavern on Saturday, June 3rd. So if you're local to Western North Carolina, come check us out. We're at League of Fools on YouTube and League of Fools Band on Facebook. So check us out, click like, subscribe. And that's going to wrap it up for this edition of May the Force Be With Who. Next week, I'm going to try to get in a review of Wonder Woman. I cannot wait for that damn movie. Love me some Wonder Woman. Alright, until then, keep on keeping on, and may the Force be with who.